Hey everyone, I'm Northern Explorer. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'll be comparing the fuel economy of my bone stock F250 to the fully built out rig that I have now. Back in 2018, I conducted a fuel economy test on my brand new Ford F250. I was curious to see how the fuel economy would be affected after making modifications for overland travel. And now, 5 years later, I have the answer. For those that are new to my channel, the truck that I own is a 2017 Ford F250 with a 6.2 liter gas engine and 6-speed transmission. It's 4-wheel drive, has a 148-inch wheelbase, and 3.73 gearing. I mapped out a 170-mile route that was to be driven on a day with low wind and clear skies. I incorporated several controls in order to minimize variables. These controls include fresh oil change, new air filter, Ford recommended tire pressure of 60 psi in the front and 65 in the back, premium ethanol-free fuel, no air conditioning, windows up, cruise control turned on when possible, and staying within 2 miles per hour of the speed limit. There was only one variable that I wasn't 100% sure of, and that was whether or not I used summer or winter blend fuel for both of my fuel economy tests. Gas stations are required to sell summer blend fuel May 1st through September 15th. However, there isn't a required date to start selling winter blend fuel. And because of the time of the year that I conducted both of these tests, I may have used one or the other, or even a mixture of both. Let's go over the results of the original fuel economy test that I did in 2018. On October 6th, 2018, I drove 170.22 miles at an average speed of 56.3 miles per hour, during which my truck burned 9.744 gallons of gas. This calculates out to 17.47 miles per gallon. Since this test, I've done numerous modifications to my truck which negatively affect gas mileage. I've increased rolling resistance, added weight, and decreased aerodynamics. Let's take a closer look at the modifications to see how they've affected these three factors. My truck was originally equipped with Goodyear Wrangler All-Terrain Adventures, size 275/70 R18. They came in load range E and had a weight of 53 pounds. The tires that I switched to are Toyo Open Country AT3, size 285/75 R18. These tires are also load range E, but weigh 65 pounds. The new tires have a 5.3-inch larger circumference, are 0.2 inches wider, have a significantly more aggressive tread, and most importantly are 12 pounds heavier. These factors not only affect rolling resistance, but also the total weight of the truck and to some degree aerodynamics. I've calculated that I've added 1,728 pounds to my truck. This weight comes from the camper, heavier tires, and other miscellaneous accessories. However, some of this weight gain was offset by items that I've removed from my truck, these being the tailgate, 1/3 of the back seat and the headrests, tie-down brackets, and the anti-dive brackets. This means that the net weight that I've added to my truck is 1,647 pounds. There are 3 areas where my truck is less aerodynamic than when it was stock. I replaced the 4-wheel drive air dam that hung down 6.5 inches with a 2-wheel drive air dam that only hangs down 3.25 inches. I did this in order to have a better approach angle and to some degree for looks. By doing this, I have increased turbulent airflow underneath the vehicle. The tires that I switched to are wider, more aggressive, and give my truck 0.8 inches more ground clearance, which also increases turbulent airflow underneath the vehicle. Although I have a low profile pop-up camper, the overall height difference with the camper on the truck is about 12 inches. This increase in frontal area has a direct impact on aerodynamics. And this brings us to October 5th, 2023, when I conducted my follow-up fuel economy test. The only thing I'm really doing different today versus the original test is I'm driving in tow haul mode, which is what you're supposed to do when you're carrying 1,600 pounds of weight anyways. But I find in tow haul mode, especially with using cruise control, which is what I'm doing, It does a much better job at holding the speed, but I think it might slightly negatively affect the gas mileage. But first, let's take a look at the poll that I posted on YouTube. A couple of weeks back, I asked, how much do you think my gas mileage went down due to the modifications that I've done to my truck? The majority of you thought that I lost 11.2%. Let's see if you were right. On October 5th, 2023, I drove 169.7 miles at an average speed of 58.3 miles per hour, during which my truck burned 12.094 gallons of gas, which calculates out to 14.03 miles per gallon. This means that my fuel economy has decreased by 19.7%. Even though this test was performed on my specific vehicle, I would think that most vehicles would experience a similar percent drop in fuel economy when adding accessories that affect aerodynamics, a significant amount of weight, and larger tires. I would love to know how your fuel economy has held up after building out your rig for overland travel. That's it for this one. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.